Here, Greco-Roman Junior World Team member Joel Bauman, proud native of Minnesota, Golden Gopher, MMA desires as we've read, but right now you're in camp for the Junior World Team. And first of all, what are your impressions on your abilities to perform at the Junior Worlds in Greco?
I think I'm going to be, hopefully a top-notch athlete. I'm getting worked up into shape here, so I'm just going to try to push the pace a lot, and hopefully these guys won't be able to keep up with me. I hope to do well. I know I wrestled really well at World Team Trials, but I hadn't wrestled Greco in a year and a half since Fargo, and I only had one Greco practice before the Team Trials. So I'm trying to get everything that I can here so I can really do well over at Worlds. I think with all this Greco practice, instead of one, I'll be able to do really good. So.
Well, you mentioned athlete. You were a standout football player in high school, and you chose wrestling to and went to the U. What factored into that decision?
I want to be the best fighter in the world at some point in my life. Fighting is just, I don't know, I love it. I love the rush. And with football, I knew that I wouldn't be able to get the same, mindset that I would need for fighting. Wrestling is always a grudge. You're always grinding with the other guys. So I feel like, if anything was going to get me to the UFC, it would be wrestling by far. So I chose the Gophers. I had a couple different, options on the table, but I wanted to stay home. So.
In terms of the Greco World Team, you hadn't wrestled, like you said, since Fargo. You're in a good state for Greco. Minnesota really known for its Greco, and then you come out here with guys like Ike Anderson and Anatoly Momir working with them. What's it been like to really fully get back into the Greco-Roman preparation for something as big as the World Championships?
Yeah, it's actually kind of hard because I've been wrestling, folk style and freestyle. That's all I trained for. I just did folk style and freestyle. And like I said, before Field of Juniors...
Joe Russell's a pretty good Greco guy in his day.
Yeah, Joe Russell's really good. I love Joe. He's one of my big mentors at the U. Helps me out a lot. And Dan Chandler, too. Dan Chandler always comes around in the room and stuff, and he was a great... But like I said, I keep thinking, maybe with all this practice and whatnot, it's going to maybe hurt me because, when I was at the Field of Juniors, I only had one, so I was like, it's Greco, I know what I'm doing, and now I'm learning all this stuff. So sometimes I get afraid that I'm going to overthink it, and it's kind of intimidating being around all these great wrestlers, but I'm trying to make it happen, so see what happens.